Okay. Coming off a roller coastery ride that was WrestleMania 28, we are now in the postseason of wrestling, if you want to call it that, to where now WWE is going to be taking it easy for a while, especially after WrestleMania and all the build-up. Creative's going to get some kind of slack, and the wrestlers are going to be a little bit more reserved. You'll see within the next coming weeks, I should say. That's how it always is during this time of the year. There's no question it's always like that. So, with all that in mind, now the very first Raw after WrestleMania was a doozy, and I never use the word doozy, so it shows you how good it really was. Now, we had three returns to the company. The first one, I think, is the one no one really they care about, definitely, but the one they least care about was Alberto Del Rio coming back. He came back off an injury, a long injury it seemed. He basically came back and challenged, essentially, CM Punk for the WWE Championship, and we'll see this Friday if he can get it or not. Now, you also had Lord Tensai, or as WWE folk know him as A-Train. And it was funny, because when he came back as Lord Tensai, Michael Cole said that he was a former WWE superstar who went to Japan and had great success and now is back in the WWE. But they never acknowledged him as A-Train. So I thought that was kind of... It wasn't bad or anything. It was just kind of like, it kind of made you think a little bit. But he came back, looked amazing as ever. His moves were like, damn. Like, he had that shock value, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And, truthfully, I wouldn't mind seeing him back again and kicking ass. And I think if anyone can feud with CM Punk and put on a good match, honestly, it might be A-Train, Lord Tensai. And a lot of people will probably question my logic behind that, but, people think, oh, if you want to have CM Punk have a good match, put him with Daniel Bryan or Chris Jericho or, someone small and agile, which is true, they'll give you a great match. But when you have like a David Goliath kind of thing going, a lot of times for me it doesn't work. But look at CM Punk, the way he wrestles, his style. Look at Lord Tensai, his style, and two totally opposite styles. But when they clash, I think you could really have a very, very awesome match, or at least a decent one. So you had that, and of course the one return that everyone seems to keep talking about was Brock Lesnar. He came out at the end of the night where The Rock wanted a handshake from Dwayne, and he basically, he got something big, but I don't think he was expecting the next big thing, Brock Lesnar, to come out. Play on words there. And Brock came out and F5'd him straight to hell, to be honest. And, now he has his sights set on John Cena, and, we'll see. Look, I was never a Brock Lesnar guy, as a lot of people really weren't, or at least his last year or so. People really fell off that train, and, they didn't really grow attached to him as what they were. And I think the reason for that was because the rumors started coming out that he was going to the NFL and had to try it with Minnesota, and so it was really, a lot of that was bittersweet, because it's like, he's a badass, but it's like at the same time, just don't go, you know what I'm saying? So I think because of that reason, a lot of people just tuned out of Brock, and now that he's back, NFL didn't work out. He went to MMA, UFC, became the undisputed champion of MMA, whatever it is, I don't know. And he had to retire. I believe he was forced to retire. I just can't remember why. If anyone knows why, by all means, let me know. I honestly couldn't tell you, but now he's back in WWE, where his career essentially started. And he's the reason why I'm making this video. I know I kind of just ran down all those guys. I didn't really mean to, but this video is more for Brock, in the sense that, the reaction he got first off was just off the chart. And that whole Miami crowd was electric. And when Brock came out, they really erupted. And Brock's always been a very soft-spoken guy who looks out for himself and has that survival of the fittest kind of attitude, which there's nothing wrong with. And he came out and, like I said, the place just erupted. And it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. If Brock comes out, beats someone else up, or Cena, I'm sure, will kick off the show and ask, what was that about? What's going on around here? In his typical Cena voice. And out could possibly come Lesnar, or, maybe a guy like Del Rio to set up a match between Cena and Del Rio later in the show. So who knows? But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it's awesome that Brock came back and Lord Tensai and Del Rio, and, storyline-wise, where are you going to put these guys? There's a lot of puzzle pieces that really need to be connected, I think. And we'll see that within the next coming weeks here, that, these guys are going to be in feuds, they're going to get the ball rolling, they're going to have more match time, and so a lot of things are going to happen from now until Extreme Rules, to be honest with you. So, leave a comment and do all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.